Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Plaza Services from their credit report, and in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, then I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that Plaza Services or any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, then we can help with that too. Give us a call today. Our number will be in the description below. And with that, I want to go through in this video the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I have here is very important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Plaza Services? Now, I put this one at the top of the list because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it really makes sense. Few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now, who is Plaza Services and why are they on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or a credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? Here's an example. Let's say that you have an unpaid card with Capital One and it's $1,000. Plaza Services could, in theory, come along and buy that debt, but maybe just for $100. And then they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is, it's a primary strategy they have to get you to pay. But here's the thing, and I need you to understand this, because a lot of people don't know. And that is, even if you pay a debt on your credit report, that does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So I always tell people, a lot of time paying it isn't actually in your best interest, and it could just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I want to say, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Okay. Next question here is, should you negotiate a settlement with Plaza Services? Well, settling your debt with Plaza Services, I think, depends on your goal, okay? I look at it this way. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Now, why do I say that? Well, it's what I mentioned before. Even if you pay that collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Now, instead, we recommend that you work with an expert like us to review these accounts. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts may be removed from your credit report altogether. And this is a win-win, You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And that negative account gets removed from your report. Perfect. Which goes right into the next question. How do you remove Plaza Services from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Okay. let me say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, really learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, and you can ensure that it's done properly the first time, right? And you save that extra time and money and effort in learning how to do that, we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Plaza Services accounts many times, and I'll say that they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get Plaza Services to stop calling you? Yeah, as I mentioned, Plaza Services calling is their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which ultimately means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Plaza Services try suing or garnishing my wages? I'll say, Plaza Services suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but honestly, in our case, in our experience, it's been pretty rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. But if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, right? Which is another benefit of using an expert. So what are my rights when dealing with a Plaza Services? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Plaza Services purchased. Okay, Plaza Services is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, again, these acts can seem complicated when you first look at them, but really they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can give us a call today. We can discuss your options and talk you through it. Again, you'll find our number in the description area below. And that's all I have for today. So thanks for watching.